What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Madden Commentary. Do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. The last video drew a lot of ire from some of you. The fact that I would have the audacity to try to lay out some simulation guidelines or even a simulation option online to force Madden to play more like an actual NFL game really upsets some of you. And I don't understand that. If you're good in Madden, you should have a good football IQ, and you should welcome anything that makes the game more challenging, because if you're good at Madden, you should continue to be good at Madden. But some of you very upset at the prospect of not being able to run the same play repeatedly. But what do I know? I just watched the Madden Challenge this year where the fullback play, which utilizes a position in actual NFL purposes, is nearly extinct, be the most successful play that there was. And the reason it is because, listen, the game is programmed and coded, and that game, that play really is coded to the strengths of the offense, not the defense. And for those who want to sit there and say, well, if it's ran, you should find a way to stop it. Listen, again, it's coded to be more successful. There's a reason it's been utilized. People have found a play that has a flaw to a point where the offense is overpowered, and that is the end of it. Now, a lot of people wanted to bring up adaptive AI, and that's the discussion I wanted to have today, because I did some work with 505 and Backbreaker. I used to be all for adaptive AI, but they really changed how I felt about it. I know I've got some developers that watch this. I'm not a developer myself, I'm just a gamer, but I'd love to know what you guys feel about this after I lay it out to you kind of the same way they laid it out to me oh so many years ago. The first thing we need to remember is this is a game, okay? And in a game, one of the great things you have as a user is control. But with that control comes some really unconventional things. For example, I could severely increase my chances to lose every single game I played by punting every first down I had on offense. Now, I know that's a bit extreme for someone to consider doing that, but listen, you could go do it. There's nothing stopping you. It's plausible. The other thing we have to remember is it is a frigging football game, okay? It's not a human. Adaptive AI is really about the game recognizing tendencies. And you can't have those two things coexist. You can't have a game where the user's input matters, but also where it can override your input based on what it projects to happen, because it may be projecting things totally different than you. You know, it's one thing for the game to extrapolate information. 2K was great with this, in recording everything you did as a gamer and then basically allowing you to play a carbon copy of yourself. I think EA does a fair job of it with their Ask Coach or community suggestions that basically take your situation and give you a suggestion based on what's been successful for others. But it would be a totally different thing to destroy that user connection and essentially have the game override your choices just for the sake of making its own projection. I think if that happened, it would be one of the most frustrating games ever, probably ruin the game, and I truthfully mean that. And the example I want to give you is, let's say we're playing each other online, and for the first half, every second down, regardless of down or distance, every second down I run a quarterback sneak. Would it not be then acceptable for adaptive AI that when the second half starts and I come out on second down and I say to you, you know what? I know that I did quarterback sneaks the whole first half, but I'm done with them now. Now I'm going to just deep ball and bomb it out, and I'm going to beat you this way. Now you know that I'm not going to run the quarterback sneak because I've told you my intent. But the game may go back and say, well, listen, it's second down, and every single time they ran a quarterback sneak, so that's got to be what they're going to do this time. So you go and you basically pull a cover two. But the game overrides your decision and says, you know what, we're going to blitz the linebackers and we're going to stop the gaps that the quarterback can run through. As a user now, when I hit the slot receiver on a slant and go in and score, how do you feel? Are you glad that adaptive AI is in the game and, you know, the game recognized what I did on second down and I made an adjustment to it? Or are you more mad that I told you what I was going to do, you made a user selection based on that, and the game overrode it in the sake of being smarter, quote unquote? So that's what I'd like to hear from you guys, how you feel about that when it comes down to adaptive AI in a football game, because to me it has no place. X's and O's are X's and O's, but these X's and O's are already written in terms of what's going to happen in some cases. Appreciate you guys checking this video out. I'll be back in the week with more content.